Good morning. Just on quickly, I'm going to be expecting my client come in the door any minute. I just had to pop into work a little bit early. I know, Darlene, you had asked me a couple questions this morning in regards to the acrylic product with 10 gels, and if that was something new. So yes, it is. The technique is something new for sure. So we're talking about flexibility when we're talking about adding acrylic into the gel. There is a lot of times that with some clients, they require more flexibility than other clients. And so therefore some prefer gel products, some prefer acrylic products. So what we did at Tough Enough Nails was we can take our gel product, pick it up with our brush, roll it into our acrylic powder, and apply it to the nail. You can premix it like that day, but you can't premix it and keep it because the acrylic powder will swell, as in those things that you put in a plant. So it will just keep absorbing the moisture from the gel, and it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. The product will. The lights, you asked me about the lights. The lights are not on the website yet. I can't even seem to keep them in stock, so they're selling really well. And we have a new order coming in. Hi Jessica, how are ya? Hi JC. And so anyway, we'll be ordering more of those, and I can add that to your order anyway, Darlene, that's not a problem. The acrylic powders that we use with Tough Enough Nails are an extremely fine acrylic, so all that does is it just gives it a little bit of strength. So some people, and it's really a preference per person. I don't use it on everybody, but there is some that I definitely use it on. You know, if I was going to be doing an extra long nail, I would probably put some in there just because I wouldn't want to have a lot of flexibility. But again, that can be like regarding the client. It's really about trying to figure out your client. So to me, if you were to have something, a client that was constantly chipping, constantly having a pocket lift, maybe one or two nails off, I would absolutely use the HybriDuo. Now, when I've done that in the past, I've only used it on the base layer of so the first initial layer, I actually just pick up my gel ball, I pick up my acrylic, roll it into my acrylic and apply it to the nail as if I would my gel. It's just enough in there that you're still going to get a little bit of flexibility because you have the gel, but with the acrylic being in there, it's not going to be as flexible. So you're stiffening it up just a tiny bit, so the nail isn't going to be moving as much. So maybe it's somebody who's a little bit more rougher on their hands. There's definitely clients that I've noticed huge difference when I've done it. So 5 weeks is one. 5 weeks is one of them where she always just had something little, not a lot. And I started to think, geez, should I just put an acrylic application onto her? And then I thought, no, I don't really want to do that. It's the smell in the salon, even though Ten's monomer is quite light. And honestly, if I was to do a set, sometimes nobody even notices if I don't say anything. So it's a very light monomer. However, I do have one person in here who is super sensitive and always lets me know, Terry. So anyway, I tried to I just thought, what if I just added it to my gel? Because typically 10 was made for additives. It was made to add additives into it. That's why it has a heat spike. So yes, that's the other question Darlene had. Yes, you will get a heat spike with this product as well. It will be moving around the other molecules. So that's the thing with the heat spike, is that the molecules, as they're polymerizing, can move extremely rapidly because of the extra photoinitiators added to the product. However, when you do add a color pigment into that and apply it to the nails can go straight into the light. And that's because the molecules are moving now around another molecule or 1,000 because of the pigment. So then it slows down that movement, and the nails can just go right into the light, and there is no heat spike. So the heat spike is typically a fast moving molecule. So it's the friction that you're feeling from that movement. So yes, Darlene, it will always, as a clear product, have a heat spike. So we always recommend to just cure outside in the lamp's glow. So we call that a cure zone. I can actually show you. So I'll just flip my lights around here, and I'll flip my thing around so that you can see. There's my light. Now I can put it on myself, and it has a 30 and 60-second timer. So this would be a glow. So you can see there's this area in front of the lamp, and you can have them move up and go in closer or pull away closer. It's just a really simple process. However, once it goes off, we'll just let that lamp go off, and then I'll show you another way that you can actually have them go in and out of the lamp. So they can. So I tell them, once the lamp goes on, pull your hands out. So and that is enough. They don't need to stay in there any longer than that, because they actually will get a heat spike. And these lamps cure really fast. Jessica, I think, or somebody, maybe it was Raquel this morning, that was asking me, what is that speed? And, you know, it's a lot faster. 10 gels cure really fast anyway. But on a final cure of the poly, I actually put it in for about 2 minutes at a final. And I find that that's enough. And if I feel like it's not, I'll do 1 more minute, just because I really want my top to be very good, but very cured. But the bottom part of it, like when you're just going ahead and sculpting out your nails, if I've sculpted a full set, I actually will just put them in, let them cure for a minute, and then I pull them back out. And that's all I do. And then I go right into my filing technique and everything. I know I'm getting low on battery, but I could show you what I'm talking about in regards to the HybriDuo and how we work it. So I'll just show you. I'm just using the Sculpt 2 here. And here is my clear. So in order to go ahead and do my first layer, I would just pick up my gel, and then I literally, make sure there's no strings, I literally just roll it around into my acrylic. So you can see that it's just going to pick up and it's so fine. This acrylic is absolutely beautiful. It's just nice and fine. It's not heavy and rocky feeling. So the chemical makeup of these two are very much the same. So they blend very nicely together. To apply that, let me grab a tip. Where did I find them yesterday? I just need to find where I put them. Hang on a sec, here they are. And then this way you could actually see. So if I was going to apply it, my brush is a bit stiff. Typically I would warm it up. But you can see it just applies like gel. But just that little bit of the powder in there will stiffen that product up a lot. You could also take this product and pre-mix it, like I said, if you knew you were going to be doing sculpting out a full set and you wanted to use it. So I always save the backings of my forms, but I also have now little pads that you can mix on and then just tear the top off and chuck it in the garbage. So it's really nice and convenient as well, especially if you don't have any forms because you haven't been sculpting. So here's what I would do is if I was going to pre-mix, I would just pick it up. And the ratio, I don't seem to have a problem with any ratio thus far, but I would go 50-50 for sure. Maybe more if you required a little more stiffening. And you're just wanting to get that all into the gel. So you're just applying it all in. And you could have this, you know, just pre-mixed for your client or doing the dip system. It's a really nice way to sort of slow down as well. So when your builder is a little bit too fast moving for you still, then you can most definitely add some acrylic into it to even slow that movement down and gives you a little bit more time for sculpting. But you can see how much it's actually slowed it down. If I was to just go in and pick up gel. You can actually see the movement of the gel pulling down. The gravity's pulling it. So it is nice to just give yourself a little bit of time with the extension and pulling it out. Darlene, I'm trying to think of what other questions that you had. I might come back on again once I'm doing another client. I just have to charge my battery because I'm just about running out. So if you guys have any questions, hi Sue. If you guys have any questions, please just give me a call or give me a shout or send me a message today, and I will definitely help whatever. So anyway, have a good day. Talk to you guys later. Bye now.